Oliver, do you want to go on a walk? Do you want to go on a walk? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go on a walk. Yeah. Let's go. Hello and welcome to the How to Be a Minimalist channel. I'm Katie and I am the host of the How to Be a Minimalist podcast, so you should check that out. I will leave a link to that in the description box below. But my family and I are minimalists and we live in an RV and are currently in an RV park. So we full-time all the time. Sometimes we live in an RV park and sometimes we are on the road traveling. Today I wanted to take you along for my what I eat in a day. We are going to go and do a little bit of hiking, so I'll take you along for that too. So I'm out walking Oliver. Yeah. Sometimes I wish we had a backyard and could just let him out, but it is a really good way to wake up in the morning and, I don't know, just gets your body going and wakes me up. It's nice. So Oliver and I are back from our walk and I'm gonna make my breakfast now. I'm making a smoothie because I have one like every day, for real. Okay, so first off in my blender, I put in about 1 large to 1.5 bananas, about a 1/2 cup of berries. Today I have frozen blueberries. And you know what? I just put in whatever berry I actually have. Then I put in about 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter powder. However, first I'm going to put in the milk because I forgot I need to do that. I put in about 2 cups of plant milk, which I make. Usually I just fill it up until I get to the 20 ounce line. Then I'm going to put in my powder because if I don't, then it will just glop and stick down there. I also put in about 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. Okay, got my peanut butter in there. I also put in a handful of spinach. I put in about, what is that, like a 1/2 teaspoon of spirulina powder. I found that this brand is pretty good. This is also pretty much the first time I've tried spirulina powder, but I really like it. I will put a link to it in the description box below. Okay, you might be wondering why I'm showing you a bunch of super ripe bananas, but the thing is, the more ripe they are, the less they taste like banana, in my opinion, and they're a lot sweeter. So you end up having a really sweet, creamy smoothie. Also, you have to freeze them. So I let them get to this point. It drives everyone in the house crazy. They wonder what I'm doing, but you let them get to this point, and then you freeze them, and then they make incredible smoothies. And there it is. So good. Okay, so I also need to make this cashew milk. So I take just 1 cup of raw cashews. You can also use bits and pieces, or I think it's like halves and pieces, not bits and pieces. They practically are bits and pieces of cashews, but you can use whatever. I then put in just like a little bit of milk, water. And normally I would let it soak and then dump that out just to release some of the phytates and get rid of that stuff and make the cashews more digestible. However, I did not have time for that and I need to make this milk because we are going to go on a little drive in a little bit. So I am just going to make it this way right now. So we're going to blend this up in our high-speed blender. If you do not have a high-speed blender, I bet you could still make this, but you would have to soak the cashews for like 6 to 8 hours. Okay, these are your like optional ingredient add-ins once you've got the cashews all blended. I no longer add in vanilla, and I actually don't add in maple syrup anymore because I'm trying to get rid of sugar. I just tend to put a few twists of this Himalayan salt in it. You also want to fill this up with water, and I go about to the 64 ounce line. Then pour this goodness into a container. I know that a lot of people strain it, but I just found it was so wasteful, and because I just use it for smoothies and because I have a high-speed blender, it just, you know, it does a great job. It's completely smooth, and I'm not wasting any ingredients at all by straining out those extra nuts. So this is my super simple recipe for cashew milk. You can probably use any type of nut to make it, and yeah, it's delicious and healthy. If you want it to be a little bit creamier, you can add more nuts in. I find that this ratio is very affordable, and also I don't need more, again, because I just pretty much use it for my smoothies. So I hope that helps you. Okay, I've got my lunch prepped. I've got a nice big salad here. Just, I think this is red leaf. Yes, red leaf. I've got some chopped carrot, celery, and cucumbers. And then in here, I've got just a few crushed tortilla chips just for the crunch of it. And then raw sunflower and pumpkin seeds. I also have this homemade, it's like a ranch dressing that I made out of my cashew yogurt, which I am going to post a cashew yogurt recipe very soon. I won't use all of that, but that's what I've got left. And then I also have some red beans that I'm going to toss on there. So all of that together, it should make a really delicious lunch. What a beautiful hike today. Amazing.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen feathers. Guys, look what tiny feather I found here. Look at this feather.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's a good feather, though.
Okay, so since we're traveling a little bit today, I have a little black licorice, and this brand only has these 4 ingredients. And then I have some Snyder's pretzel sticks we've all been kind of sharing, and then also I try to drink like 100 ounces of water every day, so I drink 2 of these typically. We just went on the best hike, huh guys?
Yeah.
Is it cool? Anyway, so we are gonna go home now and have some dinner probably. It'll take a bit for us to get there. So that is what we've eaten so far, or what I've eaten so far today. Not really super hungry, but I'm a little bit hungry. We ended up being out longer than I thought we would be, and on our hike, and so we ended up having some burritos somewhere. Sorry. Oliver is crying. He knows food is being made. Anyway, we had burritos out, just like rice and beans for me, and I just feel like I didn't have, I know I had my salad. I guess I had a lot of produce today. I just didn't have a lot of like, I don't know, I wanted some more variety. And then I have some raspberries. Oh, that one doesn't want to get in the video. And that is gonna be my little snack for the night. It's the next day, and I just realized I totally forgot to close out this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any other videos. And I wanted to also tell you, one of the biggest reasons why we practice minimalism in the kitchen is because it allows us to eat a lot more healthfully. I used to have so many different types of foods that I was always worrying about, and now that I have a more basic menu that is very, very flexible and allows a lot of different fruits and vegetables and different styles of foods in through seasonings, we eat so much better. And also, it's like easier to go grocery shopping. I always know that I need bananas and frozen berries and peanut butter powder for my smoothies in the morning. You know, it's like not so much to worry about. It's a lot simpler. Don't forget to check out the How to Be a Minimalist podcast, which I did link down below. And I hope you have an excellent minimalist week. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, it's all about the experiences, not the stuff.